Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, September 26th, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, Nvidi, Misty, Simsy, PLTY, and whoo-wee. So, what a day yesterday, man. Yeah, we got beat up yesterday. Bitcoin got beat up as well, right? We're down to now 109,000, the battle of 109,000. In fact, yesterday it was trying to go below it did. It went to 108, but then it did come back up, and it looks like we're doing a little better this morning, although it's been kind of at this range. So I don't know, man. It doesn't look too pretty. But hey, we'll see in due time. But we're here for the trades. So let's get to the trades and see who had them. All right. Good morning, everyone who is here live. I know it's early. And I need a nap. We all do. So let's just get through it somehow. Misty. All right. What'd they do? Buy to close, as expected. When the market tanks, they're typically going to close out their covered call positions for the week and roll them down either for an expiration date of this Friday or the following Friday. All right. But also they closed out some of their synthetic position, the synthetic 330, which unfortunately is not really in a good spot, so that lost money there. But overall, yeah, mostly just closing positions and getting ready for next week. Overall, net income positive for the day, 2.8 million in realized income. All right, let's get to the Misty file to see this damage here. So yeah, here's the synthetic movement. They just sold out 1,000 and 1,500 contracts. Again, people probably selling out of the fund, so they got to close out some positions. MSTR for the day, here's the tally. They went down 6.99%. And again, what can you do, man? Bitcoin went down, MSTR went down, which means Misty went down. It just so happens it was ex-dividend date for Misty. So it was more like a double kick in the ass, right? Obviously, we've accepted that the distribution comes out of the fund, right? Hello, right? But, you don't want to see a big drop like that on ex-dividend date, because then like what you're looking at, it's like it's a horror, right? So Misty went down to 13%. Not a spot we want to see, $13, but hey man, it is what it is. What can we do? It's I bet the coin went down, and MSTR went down, and Misty went down with it. So now should we talk about the road to recovery? Not really, because I don't know if the damage is done. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. All right, so now let's look here. 30-day IV. Ooh, not update. Let me do a quick refresher, Rooney. Let's fix this. 200. There you go. All right, so here's some good news. The current, or yesterday at least, the IV was showing 55%. 30-day, yeah, baby, 65%. 70 forward, yeah, baby, 77%. So maybe we can collect some damn good premium in, during this time. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, so I'm going to go through the positions that they closed out yesterday. I'm going to skip the calls. Again, none of these long calls are making money, all right? 2 cents a share, that's not worth even mentioning. I'm not going to waste your time. Obviously, for the covered calls, it didn't cost much, to close them. So you could really see just 8 cents, 10 cents, 13 cents, 10 cents, right? So this one, a little more expensive, $1.48. They closed, was that 10-3 expiration? Let me just make sure that was right. 10-3 expiration. Okay, good. All right. So yeah, they did close one for next week because again, quick profit, quick in and out. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, if you scroll over here, actually I want to see how much they profited on that one. So yeah, 68% profit on a quick trade. They opened right, on 924, and yesterday was 925, so it was essentially a 1 DTE on that one. So that was pretty good. And then the other ones, you know, you could see 88%, 95%, you know, 98%. So, you know, all wins, obviously good money, which is fine. If I net, you know, the long calls, the cover calls, the whole shebang, we could see how much we made here for the day. This is, of course, with the original opening of the trades. 13.5 million is the net profit, you know, once from open to close on those trades for what it's worth. All right. And then, of course, you know, new trades. Again, yesterday was 925. You can see here's all the new trades. You know, they're open some positions. Here's the ASAT out of them, 7% out of the money, 4% out of the money, 3% out of the money, 5% out of the money. But those are for next week. So we will take it for what it is for now. The outstanding shares did decrease by about $1 million. You know, that's really not that much, but still people are coming and going on Misty. It's not like what it used to be where people just buying in. There's other options out there. So people are going to, you know, take what they want, you know. Sound good? Great. All right. Anyway, here's the recap. Are you ready? Misty. All right. I know it sucks. $13.19. It is what it is. MSTR, $300. Just made the cut at 300. 30-day IV. Again, this is the beauty. 65%. 7-day forward, 77%. Outstanding shares, 295 mil. Total net income, 16.3 mil. Total distribution, 6 cents. Total daily income, 2 cents a day. Daily yield, 0.14%. And if you annualize that, sucker, 50%. That's not bad, actually. All right, here's the fun part. Let's look at the MSTR funds. Again, Misty's not alone. They have some competitors out there. Let's see how they did in yesterday's disaster. All right, so first we'll look at the Bitcoin supply. The circulating supply is now up 263. So it's at 19,926,175. We'll keep an eye out for that. MSTR, no new Bitcoin there. MNAV did drop from 1.5 to 1.44. And again, if you look up the definition of, you know, a value, 1.44 is in the attractive entry area when you think of MSTR as a fund. All right. So take it for what it's worth. And then we got MSTR. Let's see. They went down 6.99%, right? I assume that did match my weeklies. You never know, man. You never know. Yeah. Okay, it did. All right. Let's go back. All right. So again, Misty went down. This is adding back the distro, of course. This makes it a little better, more fair comparison. But they still went down a lot. They went down 6.45%. So yeah, that sucked. Winter, this is kind of a disappointment, to be honest. I just saw this now. They only went up 1.87%, so that's a little weak in my eyes. Whatever. Again, we don't look at the position, so obviously, we'd have to look at the setup to confirm what happened there. But IMST, you know, they went down a lot too. They went down 6.3%. MST pretty much got its ass kicked. It's now at $7 frickin'. It's down 13%. Now MS2, I mean, pretty much getting his ass beat as well, down 8%. Again, these have leverage. So MSTW also has leverage. They went down 8.3338%. Now, the newbie here, MTYY, they have something, you know, they have something that's called, you know, downside protection, right? Of course, they are limited on the upside, but they're limited on the downside, right? There's only so far that they can go down. So days like yesterday, it's kind of good owning a fund like this. But again, they did go down a decent amount. They went down 4.84%, but it's better than everyone else. All right. So I thought they would actually do better in my eyes, but again, I didn't see, the position. Well, I did check the positions. Actually, they did. I don't know what they closed yesterday, so it's really hard to tell. But you could see they bought, Well, they sold a put at 515. They bought one at 453. MSTU sits at like 408 right now. So you would like to think that the downside is over on at least that part of the position. But they have a new position now for next week. So that's going to change things as well. All right. But anyway, they won. They won the day because they only went down 4.84%. So, hey, not bad. Good to see it in action, though. All right, reaction. It's kind of like those GIFs you see. You know, something in the fire, like I'm fine, everything's fine. Yeah, just same idea, right? Because I don't know if the red is over. To be honest, I'm looking at pre-market on one of my screens, and it's yeah, it's not good. It's not looking good. So maybe it's not over, right? I mean, Fridays. I feel like Fridays are usually red anyway, but hey, we'll see. We'll see. Call it a discount, call it a disaster, call it whatever you want. But here we are. Group D will declare again in 26 days. I know today is Misty payment day. We all should be happy, but we're all probably pissed off that everything's going down. All right, payment information. How you doing? Synthetic is losing right now. It's a loss of 9.7 mil. If we look at the weeklies, they've made 16.3 mil. So total net income is at 6.5 mil. So if we look at that, that's 2 cents a share, but we'll focus on the weeklies, looking at like 6 cents a share. So, okay, Rotomator says weeklies. Oh, I didn't update this. Whoopsie. Sorry. So that should be 14, and then this would pick up, yeah, 14. All right, so weeklies at 6 cents, 5% yield. Extrinsic, again, ignore this for now because it's early in the cycle here. This is picking up the right row there. Here's the IVs. We'll have to focus on this for now. 66 cents to 79 cents. The gains are not good. The gains, bro, are not good, and we're just playing catch up now, it seems, for this 4-week cycle. All right. I don't know what to say. These synthetics are getting an ass whooping. MSTR is at 300 now. I don't know how this happened, but here we are. But our synthetics are a little underwater now. We have gold diggers everywhere. I don't feel like singing. So if you want to sing, you're kind of on your own. You'll have to sing to yourself. But you get the gist, the 330, the 345, and the 410. MSTR is below all of them, and the synthetics cost a lot of money to close. 864 million to be exact on the put side. Obviously, we do have a call we can cash out in the process, and that would bring us 181 million. But again, the gold diggers want more money than the dudes down below have to offer. So that's kind of where we stand there. Covered calls for the rest of the week, and the rest of the week being today. Again, expiration date is today. We are 18 and 19% out of the money. Are we safe on this? Yeah, we're pretty damn safe. In fact, let's see how much it costs to close. Wow, I was expecting cheaper than this, but 16 cents and 12 cents to close. Some time value left. But yeah, obviously they'll close these today for chump change. MSTR in the pre-market, if I look over here, it's down 0.05%. So it's struggling, it's fighting, it's battling. Because again, what's Bitcoin doing? Now Bitcoin's at 109, again, so now it's back down. It might go to 108. So it's going to be an interesting day. I know BlackRock launched a Bitcoin income ETF. You figured that would be some good news, right? So, you know, good or bad, I don't know, it depends what side you're on here. But anyway, they do have calls for next week all over the place. Again, we don't need to get into that. Let's just focus on one day at a time. Here's the synthetics. We're not talking about that either. And guess what? The assets under management are now under $4 billion. So the NAV sits at 1319, trade price the same. But yes, we are under $4 billion. Synthetic contracts, they total 130,000. They're selling calls in about 45% of that position. So if MSTR does go up or down, 54% is going to move 1-to-1, with the underlying. So you know, that could be great and that could suck, depending on how you look at it. And then we got credit call spreads, 25% of the 45%. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that. All right, so that's the update on Misty. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments. I'll take a look. Are you happy for the discount? Are you sad? Are you done? Like, are you sold out? You said, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm going to buy something safe that yields lower. What's your thought on this? Let me know. All right, let's go to these other suckers because there are other funds to talk about, right? All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, first one up. It's your boy. All right, so what do we got? We got Coney. All right. If you're not familiar with Coney, if you're a Coney holder, then you typically have a cone head. So, and when you have a cone head, you talk like this. And that's how we communicate. So buy your clothes, 11 cents, buy the clothes. I won't do that to you guys. But anyway, doing buy the clothes for, ooh, what's this one? Ooh, it's only 50 contracts, but yuckity-doo, yuckity-doo. All right, whatever, 9 cents here. All right, so they're closing out their positions and they're rolling. The strike price is down and out to next week. They made about 2.4 mil for the day. All right, Coneheads. Yeah. All right, how did Coin do yesterday in the disaster that was? They went down. They went down 4.92%. Okay. That's yeah, that's a rough one too. Coney went down pretty much with it. They went down 4.71%. So Broski, we getting hurt. We got beat up in her. You know, we need some recovery. How's their synthetic doing? Well, it was doing good. The 300 still the 320 that expires in less than a month, not so much now because that's because Coin's at 306. But we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Now, their covered calls, everything expires next week. So they have moved on. They're done with this week. And, since they're done with this week, I guess I can mention they are 1, 2, 8, and 9% out of the money. So they have obviously today and a whole 5 days for next week. But again, we'll talk about that more tomorrow. The value of this fund is a 1.2 billion. The NAV is 638. Trade price 637. Synthetic is in negative, so nothing to mention there. Synthetic contracts, they total 40,000. It looks like they're selling covered calls on part of it, right? So if you highlight and add up these little suckers right here in blue, these are the covered calls. So they're only selling calls on 66% of the position. So, maybe if Coin decides to recover, this could be a really good thing. It's not looking good in the pre-market, but hey, it is what it is. All right. Credit call spreads, of course, probably not going to be needed, but you never know. 30-day IV of Coin is 59%. 7-day forward is 71. So that's good. It's on the up and up. High IV, high premium, high income. Bring it on. Now, income estimate, it's in the negative. But again, Group C, they don't declare for another 19 days. So we pretty much got time there. So we'll wait around for that. All right. I need coffee. All right. Anyway, up next is your boy. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. We made it. We made it. Let me get a sip of coffee. Okay. Here we go, baby. You ready? Here we go. Buy to close. What are they doing? Oh, what do you think they're doing? Again, my guess is everything went down yesterday except open. Open did not go down. But yeah, they're closing out their positions and they're rolling those strike prices down in price and out in date. And they made 649 mil. So yeah, covered calls do well in this environment. But of course, yes, we have a synthetic position. And it mimics the movement of the underlying. So if the underlying goes down, we're going down with it. We going down with it. All right. So here's the underlying hood. They went down 3.38%. All right. Here's the ETF. Whoo-wee. They went down 2.26%. They actually did pretty good. So good job for them. They did not have as bad a day as some of these other suckers out there. So if we look at this synthetic, they got a 105. It's still sitting pretty. It looks beautiful because Robinhood is at 122. This expires in less than a month, so they'll cash that sooner or later. Now let's look at the covered calls. In black font, these expire today. 2, 3, and 4% out of the money. Are these safe? I don't know. Don't know. We don't know. We'll see how the market opens. Again, the market, it seems to be, you know, I'm not going to say uncertain, but it's definitely looking more towards the red end. So I would say there's no worry at the moment, but you never know. All right. So the value of this sucker is 243 mil. The NAV is 67.73. Trade price is close enough. And then what do we got here? We got the synthetic on paper. It's still worth $9.76 per share. So that should make you happy. Hooey. So, right, synthetic contracts, where they got 19,580. They got the whole shebang on it. All covered calls, all credit call spreads still. All right, 30-day IV, 59%. 7-day forward, 65. Again, these are their estimates, $3 range, but I think they're going to pay more. I've been wrong before, of course. But they don't declare for another 19 days. Income estimate, yeah, that's not anything to get too excited about either. But again, we'll give it time. All right, up next is Nvidi. I'm guessing everyone had trades yesterday. They had to close out some trades. Why not, right? Why not? Probably chump change to close out every freaking trade. Very busy day in the office yesterday. But let's see here. Buy to close, 10 cents. Buy to close, 13 cents. Buy to close. Okay. So, again, more of the same, just closing out trades. Easy wins. But, you know, and they're opening new ones for next week. Nvidi brought in about $2.3 million in realized income yesterday. So let's look at the movement on Nvidia. They went, wow. Is that accurate? I guess so. Nvidia went up. Nvidia went up 0.41%. I'll take it. Nvidia went up more. So that is a excellent capture. That's a 0.49% increase. Really good stuff there. All right. Synthetic. Here we got 165, 170. Both expire in November, though, so they got time. However, Nvidia is still priced above both, so that's good. Nvidi looking good over here now. However, they do have one strike in the money, and then they have one strike out of the money that both expire today. Again, if you look at the pre-market, Nvidia is looking rather red, so they may be safe after all. And then, of course, they already did open positions for next week. The value of this fund is 1.8 bill. The NAV, 1627. Trade price around the same. Synthetic on the paper is worth about $1.04, so not bad there. Synthetic contracts total 102,000. Covered calls, again, we highlight that blue. You could see they're not selling calls on the full position. They're only selling calls on 67% of the position. And attached to that, they do have credit call spreads for all of them. Now, 30-day IV, 36%, 7-day forward. Again, the 7-day forward is looking on the up. Volatility is here, 47%. So that's good. That's good. We get more premium, right? Income estimates in the negative. And Group B, they don't declare for another 12 days. So they're not next anyway. Group A is next. So we'll wait. We'll wait it out. All right. Up next is your boy, PLTY. All right. How you doing? Well, I'm doing all right. I'm closing my positions. 23 cents, 17 cents. All right. Easy enough. Again, buy to close, closing out their positions, opening new ones. Again, since it was Thursday, they're going to open the new positions with an expiration date of October 3rd. There are cases where they will open a position for the following day. Depends on the volatility of the fund and if it's worth it, and you know what premium they can capture. But it looks like mostly these are moved to next week. They made $1.5 million yesterday. All right, so Palanteer, they did not have a terrible day. They only went down 0.25%. PLTY went down 0.19%, so even less. Now let's look at their synthetic. It's doing fantastic. It's a 160. It doesn't expire next month. It expires in November. So they got time. Palanteer's at 180, though, so that's a sweet one right there. Now we look at the covered calls for again, expiration date today. 1%, 3%, and 4% out of the money. Are these safe? I don't know. Do you know? Again, we'll see. I don't know what Palanteer is doing on the pre-market. You guys can tell me. But I'm guessing it's a little red like everything else. So we'll just keep an eye out for that. The value of PLTY is 668 mil. The NAV is 64.23. Trade price around the same. Here's the synthetic. On the paper, it's worth 716. That's pretty damn sweet. Synthetic contracts, 36,000. They're selling calls on the credit call spreads on the whole shebang. 30-day IV, that's nice, 52%. Look at this beauty, 74% for the 7-day forward. So the IV estimates, 260 to 368, big gap there. However, their income estimates over $4. But again, they don't declare for another 12 days. So time is on their side. Yes, it is. All right. So who's up? Who's up? Simsy. Suckers. There we go. By the close, 100. Again, probably early assignment, something like that. But again, who gives a rat's pahoonie? Now, what's this? This is a loss. Okay, a loss. It looks like there's a little forced closure. People selling out of the fund, right? Yeah, I don't know. They're down about 2.4 mil. But again, they're closing out the synthetic and closing out one of the call. Oh, no, wait. Buy call. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm not reading this wrong. They're adding to the synthetic and they're selling a covered call. I got to wake up. Hold on. All right. Did that work? Maybe. All right. Anyway. But yeah, it was a loss because the synthetic, they're doing good on their synthetic, right? It's a 40. They're priced at 46. So it's not as cheap to get into that synthetic position. All right. Sound good? Great. All right. Let's go to Simsy. SMCY, that is. They went up 0.09%. SMCY. They went down 5.74%. But again, they're part of Group D. So yesterday was their ex-dividend date. So, yeah, that's a why. And, yeah, happy payday, Simsy suckers. You're getting paid today. You probably got paid already. All right. How's the synthetic doing? We just talked about it. It's a 40. It's a 40. SMCI is at 46. So it's doing all right. And it expires November. All right. Cover calls. How we doing? 1% and 3% out of the money. So far, so good. So far, so good, baby. How's SMCX? SMCX is actually down 3%. So, yeah. All right, let me get some water. Too much talking. Too much talking. Yeah. Marcia, where's the coffee? Right here. I'm taking a sip. Cheers. Anyone else having coffee with me? Put your mug up. Cheers. Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys know what that's from? Yeah, got a new show for y'all. All right, anyway, what do we got here? Assets under management, 362 mil. The NAV is 1514 and the trade price 1516. Now, what's this? This is the synthetic on paper. They got 213, baby. 213. Again, it's on paper, but it's all good. Oh, I didn't do this, did I? Synthetic contracts. 15. Whoops. Whoops-a-daisy. Again, there's a lot of updating in the AM. Obviously, I missed that. I missed this too. I'm a Simsy sucker. I'm the sucker. The working man's a sucker. Ooh, we one contract short. Oh, yeah, one got assigned. Duh. All right, so what do we got here? All right, so that's... oh, look at that. We're contract off. Yeah, that one contract, you see, got early assigned. It's gone, girl, gone, girl, you're gone, baby girl. All right, anyway, who cares? 30-day IV, 63%. Holy crapola. Welcome back. Back again. 100% IV. Oh, yeah. 7-day forward IV. Look at this. 103% in your face, sucker. Where's your IV? Where's your IV? You wish you had 100% IV. But look at that. Look at that, man. Oh, that's looking good. All right. Anyway, I'll update the income estimate as of tomorrow once all the trades come in. But they declare in 26 days. Are you ready? I'm not. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. No. All right. Anyway, TSLY, do they have trades? I'm gonna go ahead and guess yes. Yes. The answer is yes. Oh man, early assignment all around. What are we doing here? About to close 54 cents. So what are they doing there? They're closing out and they're rolling their strike from 445 to only 440. Wow. Okay. Overall, though, for the day, it looks like a loss of 6 mil. So let's look at this. Tesla, yeah, they went down. They went down 4.58%. TSLY went down, but not as much. They only went down 2.76%, so that's pretty good. Now let's look at their synthetic. They got a 415 and a 420. Tesla sits at 423. So their synthetic is actually still doing pretty good. Covered call wise, look at the the black font, 2 and 3% out of the money. So it's tight. It's going to be close. So far, so good, though. It looks like Tesla is red in the pre-market, though. The value of this fund still over a bill, 1.2 bill. The NAV is 905, trade price 906. Synthetic is worth about 20 cents per share. Synthetic contracts total 29,000. Cover calls, credit call spreads on the whole shebang. Now look at the IVs here. The 30-day IV on this is 61. However, the 7-day is actually lower at 57%. But they have a nice sweet-ass income estimate, which is good because they declare next week. They have a $2.57 income estimate. And, yeah, I mean, you could get a good payment on TSLY. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how much. We'll have to keep an eye. All right. So yesterday was what, the 25th? So actually, just a quick FYI, my trades for Salty and Ulti yesterday, the pull was limited because my pivot was not pulling. There's a few like extra rows I was missing, so apologize for that. But anyway, it's fixed. We're good now. Updated the pivot table, and here we are. Here's Salty. How much did they make yesterday? They lost 131,000. Who's the biggest loser? Mara lost 98,000. Lemonade. Good old Lemonade costing us money. $24,000 Lemonade right there. And then Circle lost 51,000. A bunch of others, though, did make money, a little bit here, a little bit there. So that's good. Now, Ulti, on the other hand, they're bringing in the dough. They made 21 mil so far yesterday from, again, from the calls and the puts from all these suckers. Who's the biggest winner? New Scale brought in about 11 mil. CoreWeave lost 4 mil, so they didn't know it helped. Bullish, 2.2 income, 2.2 mil, that is. 4.1 mil from Upstart and 3.4 mil from Unity Software, so that's good. Yeah, that's it. So let's go to the holdings. All right, so again, we don't go into too much detail on Salty and Ulti. If you're new to the channel, we always say if you want more information, go head over to the ETF Inspector's YouTube channel. He breaks them down in detail, kind of like how we do Misty here. So again, if you need that detail, go head over to his channel. But for now, if you want, this is the we're just going to cover the trades, how much they made, and then go over the holdings. But here's the holdings. We're just keeping an eye on who's the 100% IVer. The open door, man. I love it, man. I love trading this one myself because the IV, I know it's super risky, but who cares? Rigetti computing, all this computing nerd stuff, high IVs, but I'll take it, man. Welcome to the nerd fest here. Pony AI, I guess you belong in that nerd fest too. All right, what else we got going? Anything new? No, nothing new. Hims and Hers. Again, they launched a Hims fund. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's called That's the name of the ticker. All right. Anyway, what's the value of this fund? 3.4 bill. What's Misty? 3.9 bill. Oh boy. Competition. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? I don't know. Who cares? Anyway, 30-day IV, 87%. All right, Ulti. Yeah, you took a whooping too yesterday. You went down 3.31%. But the Q's standing strong. Look at you. Look at you. The Q's were not even affected, broski. They only went down 0.43%. Good job, Qs. Good job. All right, anyway, let's go to Sulti. Let's see what they're holding nowadays. Nothing new. Again, they still got their lemonade. They still got them. They got Micron still hanging out in there. Mara. Damn, Mara's a big position. But oh, garbage. Yeah, I have garbage trucks here. I've let the garbage out, so that's good. Oh, damn. Salty Fund is growing. 15.1 mil is how much the assets under management are. Average IV 77%. Salty actually went down yesterday, but you got to keep in mind yesterday was also ex-dividend date. So, you know, all in all, they probably, they did, what they declare, like 40 cents or something. So they went up. They actually did go up, but I'm not going to be adding back the freaking distribution every single week. So you're going to have to calculate yourself. All right. YQQQ, they went down 1.16%. All right. So that's the coverage on the YieldMax funds. Bitcoin check, because we can't help ourselves. What in Nation? All right, we're in the 108 range. We suck. I shouldn't even look. Sorry to ruin your day. All right, anyway, let's go to our options. I did not sell a call on Misty because I'm a dumbass. I should have. And now here we are. Misty sits at 13.19. You know, it's just aggravating because this, you know, right now what I'm showing you guys, this is an update to my, I have two accounts. I have a high yield account where I just buy high yield ETFs and they pays my bills. And then I have this account, which I do myself. It's all me, myself, and I, options freaking trading. All right. So, you know, Misty, what good is an options trading account if I can't trade options? And Misty's been, you know, in the way. It's kind of like you know, it's just, I don't know. It's just there. Right. And now I mean, I can sell options on it. And like I said, but I've been waiting, and that's what I get for waiting. I should have done it at 16. I should have done it at 15. Should have done it at 14. Now here we are, 13. So what do you do? So I don't know. I got to figure it out because I do own Misty in the other account. And I don't want to own less Misty. So what I'll do is I'll sell puts on the one account and I'll sell calls on this account to offset each other. But we'll figure it out. But right now, I'm not making any income outside of the distribution on Misty. All right. So TSLY, they had a red day yesterday. I have a question, video question. Why doesn't ProFast have a wrench? Yeah, that is a good question. Is he here? I can't do it from freaking StreamYard though. Hold on. There you go. Done. ProFast has a wrench. Yeah, I can't do it. Obviously, if I'm at a premiere, I could do it. I can't do it from StreamYard, but he should have a wrench now. ProFast, type something so we could see. Let's see. Misty isn't good enough for options trading. Yes. No, I agree. But you know, I'm just trying to. It was a way to actually, you know, slowly dwindle out of it in this account because I want to only trade leverage funds on options. Misty was there really as a placeholder. It was the last living soul. I had a lot more dividend ETFs in this account, but this account is converting to 100% options trading. So yeah, it is what it is. All right. So the wrench means that he has the power. No, it's just to help moderate the group. Because, well, really not anymore. In the beginning, there was people that, you know, I mean, I don't care if people come in and bash the funds or bash me. But some people are just a little too obnoxious. So sometimes you need people with wrenches to take care of them. If you get what I'm saying. Oh, there's the wrench. Welcome to the club, Pro Fast Guy. Now you're a busy guy. Now you got to moderate me and you got to moderate Wolf. So you're going to be working from morning to night. All right. TNA is good for option. Well, yeah. All right. So let's get into the options. Wolf says he wouldn't want to be a moderator. Wolf, yeah. If anyone deserves it, it's Wolf. Wolf should be the moderator of almost every high yield YouTube channel because he's there. He's always there. So, all right. Anyway, all right. TSLL. Yesterday they went down. I sold 2 puts. All right. I sold one with an expiration of October 17th, and then one for October 24, 22, and 29 days out. Strike prices I chose 14 and 13. Again, I'm still in the same wheel. This is a long wheel. Now, what's my cost basis on TSLL? 1621. All right. So if I look over here, 14 and 13 strike prices are below 16. So as long as I'm selling puts below my cost basis, I'm good. All right. I'm good because if I do get a sign, it will lower my cost basis. All right. So how much did this pay me? By the way, look at the deltas, 0.08 and 0.09. I know it doesn't mean as much on the double leverage funds, but still, man, that is super safe in my book. Super safe. This is actually like weak sauce, right? Some people could call me a sissy for going so safe. But anyway, it paid me $25 and $35. It yielded me 29% and 33% on an annualized basis. All right, so covered calls expiring today. What's going on? Well, let's see. We got 2. We got an 18 and a 19. I did not touch them. I said to myself, you know what I said? I said, let it be, let it be. All right, TSLL pre-market. 1890. That's why, because this 19, this sucker right here, this may expire worthless on its own. So why not? Why not let it? And then the 18, that may have a chance of expiring worthless too. But right now, again, we're priced above 18. So what I may do, I may roll this into a future week, maybe the 1024, get a pretty penny, and then go from there. Everything else expires in the future, so no need to worry about those. And again, I do own 500 shares total of TSLL. Currently, 500 have covered calls. But again, if I can get that 19 out of there, then at least I'll have at least 100 to play with, which is one contract. All right. All right. Anyway, so if I go over here, how much have I made this week on TSLL? $95. I know it's not that much. Let's just double check the formula. Yep, it's good. So $95. I know. Not a lot, but something better than nothing. All right, TNA Dynamite. All right, so what do we got here? They nothing. I didn't do anything yesterday, actually. So TNA is down. They're down the pre-market too. They're 43. So yeah, again, I rolled this out to 1010. What I could do is just sell more puts up to 1010. And load it up because again, I'm planning on closing this wheel out, letting this get assigned, but I'm waiting till all the other contracts get assigned. So maybe I'll just sell more puts on the way out too, and then we'll go from there. I don't know. We'll see what I can get for a $35 put. If it's not worth it, then I won't. All right. TNA for the week, I made $75. All right. Here's the TNA new tab for my new wheel when I create it. So open was too green yesterday for me to sell puts, and I don't own any shares yet, so I can't sell calls. So I didn't do anything on open, but I can tell you I did make so far $92 this week. Wait, this is not accurate, is it? For R2. Yeah, the kids are animals already. I don't know if you can hear them. Yeah, no, that's right. All right. So yeah, I made $92 on open this week. AMDL, yeah, I don't like their options chain. RCAT, what do we got? you know, they were red yesterday. I sold another put. Their options chain was kind of weak. This took so long to fill. I was trying to get 20 bucks. I had to settle for 18, but whatever. I sold the put for 10-10 expiration, 20% out of the money, delta 0.12, paid 18 bucks, 54% yield. All right, so that helps my weekly income now to 78 bucks. And now I'm going to show you the weekly income tab real quick. And so far, I'm actually doing pretty good. I made 340 bucks, and I need $70 more, which I think I can get today to hit my goal. And then at least I'll close out September hitting my goal. So that's good. Now let's go to the leaps. I'm going to show you what I did yesterday. I did not plan on doing this, but I had 4 leaps on open. 3 were at 9, right? So they're still playing catch up, right? But my 7 was doing good. I actually decided, because I never did a leap before this, and I never closed the leap. I sold my leap. I sold a call. I did a sell to close, I guess they call it, right? Even though this says buy to close, just assume this says sell to close, right? So what I did is, again, I opened the position at 430. I paid $430. I closed it at 510, and it was 2 days later. Don't forget, this was a 479-day position. But 2 days later, I was able to cash out, and make, a decent amount, make 80 bucks net, $80 net in 2 days. So the thought was, okay, seeing open, yeah, it's jumping up, but as quick as it jumps up, it'll come back down. So I'll profit this out. If open tanks back down, I'll buy this leap again for cheap. And that's my plan. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't. So if you look at this annualized, technically I'd made 2,344% on an annualized basis. Again, this is based on income per day of 40 bucks, based on how much money I put out, So we'll see how it goes. Also, I added another leap because I thought MSTU may recover today. It's not looking that way. But I did this one. It expires March of 26. Again, this is going to be like a quick profit here. But it may just burn me in the ass. We'll see. It was cheap though. 134 bucks for the MSTU leap. I don't know, man. Again, I'm just playing around. I'm not putting this into my income or whatever, the income bucket. This is like its separate little journey over here. So, but yeah. So yeah, currently I have 3 leaps on open and I have 1 leap on MSTU. So we'll keep an eye on those. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I did not update the balance again, so no need for that at the moment. But yeah, so yeah, we know what's open. We kind of talked about that. So it is what it is. Anyway, what else? I think that's pretty much it. We'll go to, oh man, Bitcoin, man. Ugly day. Ugly 2 days. But all right, let's see what we got any comments. Catching up on the comments. That's because Wolf says he doesn't have a life. Sure you do, Wolf. Sure you do. This is your life, right? Watching YouTube. All right. Sell cover calls and the money on MSTR. That's the only, yeah. Yeah, until it pops and we get whooped. Wolf said LA's premieres too. Wolf is an OG. I guess I'll have to behave now, Profa. Well, there were many other wrenches. You can't see them, right? I will soon have 600 shares of MSTX, says Wolf. I assume that means you're selling puts on them. So for your sake, hopefully they recover. Rodney Holmes, welcome. He says, really appreciate all the work you do putting all the info out there. You're welcome. Good morning. There's the ETF inspector. We speak of the devil. So yeah, you want the Ulti coverage, just click his name and you should have that out later, or check out yesterday's actually. He's becoming a celebrity. Dividend on MSTX. There could be a quarterly basis, but not much to care about, honestly. When does the fiscal year end for YieldMax? October 31st. Oops, someone answered him. Delta 10, what's your rules for writing? I don't have rules. I'm a degenerate. We just figure things out on the go, you know? Now will be calls next week. Yeah. Curious to see how that goes for you. I mean, hopefully again, this redness, hopefully this redness has an expiration date, right? Jeez, man. It's like, good God. All right. And I do have a good life, better than I probably deserve. I'm sure you deserve it, Wolf. Nikki says, Nikki, you change your picture to a poop emoji? Rod, I'm buying more Misty low. What are your plans? I mean, again, I had enough Misty. I didn't really have plans on buying more, whether it went up or down. Again, I'm just trying to shift it out of my options account, but without losing it, I may add some to my dividend car account. So, again, I think if I have the time today, I'm going to sell a put in the dividend car account on a Misty. I'm going to sell a call on the options account, the retire now account. So, because I have 600 shares in both accounts, so I'd like to keep the 1,200 total shares, at least have 1,000 as a good round number. But yeah, I haven't even looked at the dividend car account. I'm sure the whole thing's red. God, yesterday was brutal, man, brutal. Yes, I just bought it for my pool. I love it. Oh, is it a poop skimmer? I had that. We used to have it, actually. Now we have one, it's like a beach ball, lights up at night. It's pretty cool. Market cycles mid-October through end of the year should be good, barring a worldwide catastrophe. Granite had massive yields declared yesterday again. Yeah, they did declare yesterday, MTYY. It was on my sheet. I didn't mention it. I can't believe they declared already on this, but they did declare a 45-cent distribution on MTYY. What was their launch date again? Where is it? Yeah, they launched September 23rd, and they have a freaking distribution. Gotta love it. You gotta love this high yield world. ETF inspector says hit the like button. You better listen to the inspector. He is inspecting as we speak. Yeah, it's a happy poop emoji. Sometimes you have happy poops, sometimes you don't. I usually don't. Sunita, you know, you're super late. You're lucky you have a wrench, because now we have a lot of angry wrenches here that they penalize people for tardiness. But no, welcome. You missed a lot. You missed a lot of fun. Oh, it's a floaty. Oh, you sit on the poop. Okay. Or you lie on the poop. Eat more fiber, drink water. Yeah, intermittent fasting update. I'm gonna do it. Well, I'm gonna do a 2-day fast starting Monday next week after dinner, and I'll do it until Wednesday night if anyone wants to join me. Sunita, I'm wondering if I should also buy some Misty to average down. Was planning to sell Misty and Coney and buy more granite, but the loss will be too much. If you're enjoying the stream, please hit that ravishing like button. Yeah, I got Pro Fast Guy on my side now. What's up now? Larry's vomiting. Yeah, we all are, Larry. You know. Well, I assume that's about the poop. But sometimes we talk about poop here. You know, bidets, poop, vomit, all of it. Video idea, ETF, draft, rank the weeklies and monthlies. Huh? I do have this. You guys probably like this thing. Let me go here. Got some rankings for you. Got a little some. I share this on X though. I'm gonna open the blinds. What time is it? It's about 7. All right, hold on. Oh, it's still raining. Yuck. All right. So here, PLTY got some rankings. This is based on the last cycle for everyone. Winter is number 1, 134% yield. Misty's number 2. Again, these yields are now inflated because of the drop in the ETF price, but still. So these are the top 10 yielders, top 10 house money percentage on here, and then house money per day. You got all that jazz here. So I don't know. I try to post that on X if you're on X on occasion. If you're not on X, you should definitely get it. I think it's great for like news updates and all this stuff. There's Z Dubs, welcome. LA likes the granite stuff. Oh, great. We're putting Sunita back to sleep. Yeah, I need to go back to sleep. I don't feel like working today. All right. Any other questions before we close it out? How are we going to close today? We're going to close red or green? What are we thinking? Bitcoin not looking good. Imagine Bitcoin goes under 100. Oof. That would hurt. I mean, the good part is we could buy more Bitcoin, right? That's the good part. The bad part is, oof. It'll hurt on the way down, right? All right. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and this video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, come back tomorrow. We'll close out the week. Nice recap, see how every fund did, and then we'll chit chat from there. What else? I don't know. If you enjoy this content, you're supposed to hit the thumbs up. I shouldn't have to tell you guys that, but that's kind of the rules, right? You gotta hit the thumbs up if you like it. And then if you're watching on X, there is a heart button. You can hit the heart button too. Of course, it's all greatly appreciated. All right. And that's pretty much it. So we got to get to the keyword. We're almost at the hour. So if you guys have a keyword, please type it in the comments now. What does that mean? That means if you made it this far to the video, like you made it the whole freaking hour, you got to get credit for it. And the only way to get credit is you type in keyword. And what better keyword than bloodbath? So shout out to Dividend Degenerates. Again, another up and coming YouTube channel. Check him out. But the keyword, simply put, bloodbath. I mean, there's nothing you could do. There's a sell off. People are selling. I don't know who. Someone's selling. Someone who has money, right? And it's going down. All right. That's it. Bloodbath. You know, nothing more, nothing less. It looks like today's going to be another bloodbath. So hang in there, guys. It's not pretty, but maybe if we had cash on hand on side, that we could buy more. But again, this is why we always should have cash on the side for days like this, weeks like this. Could be a whole month. Could be a while. We don't know, right? We don't know. All right. Anyway, guys. So yeah, the keyword. Type it in the comments down below, whether you're on X or YouTube. Bloodbath. All right. Sorry, I wish I had better news, but I'm out of here. I just wanted to say to all that are watching live, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. For those of you that watched after the fact, of course, a big thank you to you as well. I appreciate it. All right. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Happy Friday. Happy payday. Share those distributions. Woohoo!